I can so relate to that. Have you ever thought that 3 or 4 times during a movie? Not even while watching Harry Potter or The Hunger Games? Look, just once in a while, someone makes a movie featuring characters that us still young at heart, but well over 45 types, can actually identify with. The on-screen romantic pairing of Julia Louis-Dreyfus and James Gandolfini may not initially seem like a pitch idea that would woo a major Hollywood studio into opening its bank vault to finance the effort, which is probably why this was made as a $2 million indie. But take that idea, the relationship between the two, and then don't do a movie about the relationship working, but instead, all the neuroses that generate those shoot yourself in the foot self-sabotaging moments that will most certainly stop a relationship from developing. Now that's a movie I want to see. Julia plays Eva, a 40-something single mum in suburban Los Angeles, trying to make a go of being independently employed as an I do house calls massage therapist. Nothing kinky, strictly legit. At a party one evening, she meets Albert, played by Gandolfini, and while there's no real attraction, and she's quite upfront about that, as he is, she does agree to go out with him. Well, it's been a while and he's offering, so why not? In parallel, Eva has a new massage client, a published poet. I'm impressed. I mean, how many of you ever met? Her name is Marianne, played by Catherine Keener, and they sort of become each other's best new besties. Meanwhile, best old bestie, played by Toni Collette, is having trouble on the domestic front, finding a maid who can handle the kids and Tony's expectations of the appropriate arrangement of the contents of the kitchen drawers. She has some OCD issues. Eva's teenage daughter is also going through problems of her own, a kind of pre-separation separation anxiety from mother as she prepares to go to college, and Eva appears to be grooming the daughter's best friend as sort of second banana in some idealised mother-daughter show that clearly did not play out too well by the original cast over the previous 17 years. Yes, it's a truckload of first world relationship problems. And most of our characters at times seem about as emotionally mature as someone in their early 20s as they blunder along through their self-created disasters, tripping over their own realities, in particular Eva. You might be wondering, do people in their 40s and 50s really behave like that? And you know what? Maybe not many of them, I hope, but it's a movie. And it's not trying to be a documentary, but instead an entertaining flirt with the audiences, desires, passions and foibles. And while it isn't a laugh out loud or guffaw type comedy, oh my, was I ever smiling widely all the way. Julia Louis-Dreyfus, significantly more restrained than we've seen her in Seinfeld or Veep, manages to pull off a lovely blend of pathos and humour. Her scenes with Toni Collette, in a rare incarnation, playing an Aussie in an American film, they're insightful and appealing. Gandolfini is also playing way removed from Tony Soprano. He's a good-natured, trying hard to get it together, but ultimately lost puppy kind of character with domestic dyslexia, but a warm heart. Just the kind of guy a woman wants to go out with, share a good time, and then treat him like he's a second-class human being. Without getting on a soapbox, Enough Said has a lot to say about how we can harm other people's trust by not being honest with them and not being honest with ourselves, but it manages to do it with a very wry smile. It's definitely a charming, non-romantic comedy and a great discussion starter. Try it as a character test on maybe a second or third date with someone new in your life, someone special you might be thinking of seeing a little more often in a maybe sort of romantic kind of let's see where things go kind of way. In here are lessons and good fun. End.